Hey friends, welcome or welcome back to this channel. My name is Stacy here with Stacy Makes, and we talk about all things crochet here. Yarn, markets, patterns, pattern reviews, testing, techniques, all kinds of fun stuff. Don't mind me again if I am itching, scratching my face, sniffling. It is allergy season here in the Midwest, and that is just extra fun. So I am all stuffed up and kind of my eyes itch and my nose is itchy and I sniffle. So I apologize in advance. This week I have for you a pattern test, a couple new patterns, and everything else that I market prep this week, which you guys, those of you who've been around for a while, are going to be amazed that I actually made multiples of something, not just a few, but like several. You're going to be like, wow, who is she? But it is me. And I just kind of I made a few of these and I was like, you know what? These are easy and they're like mindless but they're like getting market prep stuff done and I really enjoy it. So I was just switching out the yarn and it was just fun. So you're going to see that in a little bit. We'll start with my test. And then we'll go to the new patterns and then I'll show you everything else that I market prep this week. So the test that I did was a test for Sphinx Crochet, and she has a 3-in-1 dino bundle. I think it's releasing, I want to say it's today or tomorrow. And it is a Triceratops, a Stegosaurus, and a Pterodactyl bundle. And you can do it in a snuggler version or a stuffed version. I signed up for Spike, who is the Stegosaurus, and I decided to do a stuffed version of Spike. She's also coming out with, just as a total side note, a mini version of these dinos that looks like they would actually be pretty quick market makes because you don't have to make the legs and sew them on and stuff. So I made Spike, and I decided to do Spike in Elise Softy Mega, which is their largest plushie yarn. It is, I don't know if let me see if I have a piece here and I can kind of show it to you. The texture of it. Sorry, I'll get you a piece. This is Elise Softy Mega, and it is like just it's not furry, it's just, I don't know how you would describe it. Plushy. I mean, it's almost like a stuffed plushy material. I don't know how else to describe it, but I had just enough. I was playing yarn chicken. I think that piece I just showed you was all I had left of some of the pink. So, well, I have a little bit more. That was one of the skeins. I had 2 feet left, and then I started the second skein and I probably have enough to maybe make one little bitty thing. So anyway, I did the stuffed version. I got the head done before I filmed last week. And I think maybe one in the body. I think I got the head and the body done, but I didn't show it to you because I wasn't completely done with it yet. I didn't want to reveal it. And it's massive. I used a 6.5mm hook, which is what I would use with burn up blankets. So I mean, this yarn is comparable to that, but it's just massive. Here, I'm going to show this guy to you, and we're just going to go from there. We're just going to start with the reveal. So I'm going to have to move her way back here so you can see her. So you make the head from the front to the back. You make the body from the bottom up to here and you sew them together. And imagine the snuggler version is the exact same, except for this part is just flat with the feet sewn onto it. So it's not stuffed at all. Okay. I hand painted these safety eyes. Okay. So this pattern is not hard at all. It's just multiple pieces to sew on. So if you don't like sewing, maybe her new mini bundle that has like baubles for legs or something would be a better fit for you, but it's really not hard sewing. It's just, it's pretty easy to get everything centered and everything when you have such a symmetrical, like lined up head and body. I don't know how to explain that, but anyway, I made the head front to back, made the body from the bottom up to the neck. These are all separate, so all 4 legs are separate and then just sewn onto the body. And then you sew the body onto the head. I actually sewed the feet on after the body was on the head so I could line them up with the front so that they were aligned. And then this one requires the surface crocheting down the back. Like someone had mentioned that, you know, if you put this head on the other way, it almost just looked like a laying down, like a standing version almost, but that would be cute too. But anyway, so this is Spike from Sphinx Crochet. She has a channel here on YouTube and she's on Instagram. It's adorable. I'm interested in her mini bundle. I think that for markets that would be something that would be a little bit more market friendly. This didn't take a super long amount of time. I mean, these feet are 10 minutes a piece. The head was just probably a good 45 minutes and the body was a good probably 45 minutes as well. So I do have a couple good hours in plus assembly. I am going to put 45 on her, probably less than I should, but I think she's going to probably be a one-off. I mean, obviously I won't make a bunch of these because I don't in the bigger type things. I think it's going to take somebody special to fall in love with this pink dragon or dinosaur. Yeah, dinosaur. I don't know why I said dragon. I have a dragon to show you too. That's probably why. Anyway, just super plushy and adorable. Very, very well stuffed. She's very, very tight. So, big. She's big. I mean, look how big she is. She's very big. Okay. Let's see if I can get this down just a little bit more. So this is Spike from the 3-in-1 Dino Bundle from Sphinx Crochet, and it was a pattern test that I did. I would recommend the pattern. It was easy to follow. Good pictures. Okay. Second thing that I made that was the only test that I have. The only other, I have 2 new patterns, and then I have a dragon to show you that I made for my son. I'm going to go ahead and show you the dragon for my son. It's not going to count in my market inventory, and I showed you a dragon a couple weeks ago that I made for his friend. And I told you I was going to make him one that matched it. Hers was burgundy and reds. His is blues. This is, the base pattern for this is Cinder the Dragon from the Crochet Carpenter. I didn't do anything, like the wings are his, the body and the legs are his. Like the whole body from the front to the tail and the feet and the wings are totally his pattern. And then all of this surface crocheting on the head and down the back is something that I did to make it look more like the Split Fiction dragons. This is, there's a blue and a red version of this in the game, and him and his friend play this game together. And so she got the red one for her birthday, and he's getting the blue one just so that they have matching dragons. So just something for him to have. The dragon is Cinder the Pattern by Crochet Carpenter. And actually, this could be a finger puppet. So there's a finger tube that can go here. It's part of a Stitchkin line of patterns. And I just didn't put the finger puppet part in. But honestly, like, for being a dragon, this was a pretty fast make. I mean, these legs are fast. The head, back, he's skinny. So, like, there's not much rounds to his body, you know, the body part or whatever to go back, and it still comes out a pretty good size. So okay, so the next thing that I made that was new to me was this. I made these into keychains. This was a free pattern by Plushico, and it is a mini squid. So this is a pattern that I don't know how else you can get it, but I know that how I got it was she posted that there was a free pattern. You comment on the post, and then she sends you a link to the download. So it's not like it's just out there on Instagram as a pattern, but it literally sends you a link, which is kind of nice because it's like it's an actual PDF download of a free pattern, so you can put it in your pattern repository. Anyway, these are super quick. I made one with bigger eyes than the other one. I mean, like 10 to 12 minutes. I mean, these guys are fast. This is Posh yarn. There's only 5 tentacles, but I think that that's fine because, like, if you had 8, it would just be too many. But anyway, so you just work it from the top to the bottom. You make the tentacles. It's all in one piece. You use the tail to go back up and, like, kind of close up these little side pieces that you have. And I just put keychains on them, which I charge $6 for my keychains. And so these are going to go into my keychain inventory, which I think now I have like 16 or 17 or so keychains on my market prep list. So doing pretty good. So another new free pattern. It's new. It's easy. Go try it. It would be really nice if, like, even if you made this in like a jumbo yarn, I mean, because this is a 4.5mm hook and you made it in like a 7 or an 8mm hook with jumbo yarn, this could be quite a bit bigger pattern that you could sell for $10, $12, and then they're so fast. So, okay. And then the last pattern that is new to me that I made this week was I finally broke down and I bought Annie Caraway Arts mini kittens. So Tara makes these. If you don't know, my daughter Tara from Old Soul Factory here on YouTube and Instagram is my daughter, and we do our markets together. And things that she loves to make, I try to avoid, and vice versa. I make a lot of the one-off stuff, and then she does a lot of multiples of things like turtles and snakes and loaf cats. And then she's doing a lot of anime stuff, though, for our next market is an anime fest. And so she's doing a lot of that right now. And so she's not doing a lot of market prepping. I don't think as much market prepping on a lot of the smaller multiples that she usually does, because she's just enjoying the anime stuff right now. And so I'm like, I wanted to make a mini cat, and I used to make a free Instagram pattern, but it's smaller than the mini kitty, and I don't like it as much. I like it okay, but it's not big enough to put the smaller sinker eyes that I have, or the nicer eyes on. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy the pattern. She doesn't care. I mean, it's not like she gets mad or I get mad if she makes what I make, because we always sell a ton of loaf cats and snakes and turtles, which, you know, like, why? I mean, if both of us just make it, that just means we have more to pick from and we can just sell more of them. Sometimes we run out of them. So anyway, so I bought the mini kittens pattern, and there's a kitten and then there's a mini kitten, and I made the mini kitten. So this is the solid colored mini kitten pattern. And I started with, I'll show you one. This is one. The only thing I change on this pattern is I crochet the tail out as I go instead of making a separate tail. I think she has you do a tube tail and sew it on, which is really cute and it sticks straight up. But me and Tara both on the little mini ones, on the big loaf cats, she makes the tail, definitely sews it on. But on the little minis, she's been chaining it out. So all of them, but this one I think I chained 6, and I went 5 slip stitches back down. This one I think I did 7 and thought it was a little long, so I went to 6 on the rest of them. And then I decided to do a little T-nose. I didn't do the back of it. Tara does that on hers, and Tara does the X on the front. But I just thought this would make mine look just a little bit different than hers too, in case we have some of the same colors, which we'll have different tags, but it will just give a little bit more variety in the selection. So here she is. So adorable. These are my hand-painted safety eyes. Actually, this set, that's a lie. This set right here came from ADHD Hobbyist in a pack I bought some from a drop she had. All the rest of them are mine. This was ADHD Hobbyist, and then there's a couple that aren't hand-painted. They're actually just the glitter backs. So this is the first mini kitty that started it all. This is Canyon by Mystical. So this is kitty number 1. Okay. We're going to put kitty number 1 right there. And then I was like, let's do another one. I like this color. This is also Mystical. This is the Gray Cloud, I think is what it's called. So this was kitty number 2. And then I had this yarn. I thought this will be perfect for this. Literally called Tabby. Kitty number 3. So I made those 3 Monday night. And then Tuesday came and I sat down and I was totally going to make something else. And I'm like, no, I need to make more loaf cats because I can. I mean, they don't take a lot of energy. I literally timed myself on the last one that I made and it took me 23 minutes. So 23 minutes, I mean, you could almost make 3 in an hour, which is awesome. I'm going to put 12 on these, I believe, just because they do have the fancier eyes on them. So, okay, so then I sat back down and I'm like, well, I'll make another one out of Canyon because I already had the yarn out. This one is not hand painted eyes. These are glitter disc eyes. 18 millimeters. They set on top instead of sinking in, so they look a little different. So I made another one in Canyon because I think the orange cats and the black cats are always really popular when Tara makes them. So there's kitty number 4. So then I have this basket of yarn that I keep by me, like when I crochet. So like I put what yarn I'm using in this basket and it sits next to me. And so that was all those colors. And so I'm like, I'm just going to get new colors and do something else. And then I was like, nope, I'm going to make more loaf cats. So I grabbed more colors. I just didn't stop. So I have this color. This one is also hand painted safety eyes. Actually, these are discs, but sinker eyes. This is Burnett. I think this colorway is called Branch. It's not like the super softest version of Burnett blanket, but it's a neat color for things like this. Okay, and then I made Cinder. I got Cinder out, which is mystical yarn. Made one in a blacky gray color. Also just 18 millimeter disc eyes. They're not hand painted. So then I had a blacky gray kitty. And then I did one more. One more. Out of this creamy almond. I think this is almond. For a total of 7. So guys, if you know me, you know that me making 2 or 3 of something is a lot. But making 7 of something is just like totally unheard of normally. Here they are. Beautiful, beautiful kitties. All of them. Okay. So I made 7. I think I'm going to put... I haven't asked Tara what she puts on hers, but I think it's 12. Because I think she does 22 or 24 or 25. I can't remember what she does on her great big ones. It's 12 or it's 15, but I'm going to write down 12, but then I'll match whatever it is. Because I know it's not 10, but I think it was 12 because I don't think it was 15 either. So anyway, I put 12 as far as when I calculated my inventory, because 12 is enough for me. If I can time it and make one in 23 minutes with the specialty eyes and stuff, I think 12 is enough. I'm getting my money back, but anyway, so cute. Okay. A little bit of an obsession. Just a little bit of a hyper focus. Okay, also this week that I jumped in and made a few multiples of things on my market prep list. So I showed you guys this list a couple weeks ago, where I wrote down some of the things I wanted to have multiples of and that I've been keeping track of how many I have, so that possibly when I don't know what to make, I can look at the list and be like, okay, I need more of these, I need more of those, what colors can I make that I don't already have? And so I decided to make some of my hamster pattern. So this is Basil the Hamster. This is the solid version, except for I just did the first few rounds in a white. I should have done one less round, but I was like, it won't really matter. I mean, like, it's a hamster. But this is a Lee's Veludo yarn, 5.5 millimeter hook. Basil's fast. If you haven't made basil, it's my pattern, so it's in my Etsy shop. I think $3.50 for the pattern is the price, and you get a solid version, and then there's a version where there's a stripe down, like this is white or alternate color, and then it kind of stripes down the middle, because a lot of hamsters kind of have that pattern to them. But it's all no-sew, super easy pattern, not very many rounds. It's a good market prep pattern. There's a little bit of face shaping if you, I think the face shaping kind of makes it, and it doesn't take that long to go back in and put a few stitches in here, pull them, and that way it kind of pulls the face into each other, like pulls the eyes together to kind of make that face. So I sell these for $12, so I made 2 of these for $24 more of my inventory. And then I looked at my market prep list yesterday, and I was like, I want to make some more things that just are more multiples of stuff I already have. I've got so many one-offs, and I won't have a lot of table space at the Anime Fest especially. And I'm like, if I can put out a bin and it's got multiples of one thing and has, you know, one sign, or it has multiples of 2 things in it or something, that would be the best, just to kind of keep it more organized. So I made 2 more Triceratops. This is the itty bitty Triceratops pattern by Cassie Bell. Sorry, Cassie Bell. Super fast. It takes me like less than 30 minutes. You could find this pattern on Etsy. Everything will be linked below. I always link everything below for you guys, down in the description. So I looked at my list and I was like, okay, I have purple, green, a teal, and a yellow. I'm like, what colors do I not have? And I had these out. So I made a blue and a light pink. So Cassie Bell, Triceratops, $12 a piece. And then the last thing that I made this week that goes into my inventory was some axolotls from Crochet Grove. So I made a blue, a pink, and a purple. I'm horrible at this. Like, I'm half tempted to switch back to my camera, because my camera will not do this focus thing where it just tries to stay on my face instead of my plushies. It'll focus on both at the same time, so I can literally just look and stay right here and it would be on both, but I have to like hide my face, and then you can't hear my voice. It's kind of annoying, and then I can't see what I'm showing you. But anyway, it's great for vlogging, like if you were vlogging and taking it along on a trip or something like that, but when it just comes to just flat showing things off in a room, not so much. Okay, so I will tell you that there is a little difference in these. The purple and the pink one is yarn over, and then I decided to try to make one in yarn under. So that is the difference here. You can see it's a little bit shorter, not much, but a little bit. Same yarn or same hook size. And then I made, I think, the pink one, and then I did the blue one in yarn under, and I'm like, I need to just switch. I'm just so much faster at yarn over. So I just switched back. I don't know. I really like the stitch definition, but it was really making my brain think, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. So 3 axolotls, also $12 a piece. This is a pattern by Crochet Grove that I have done before. So super fast. Okay, so that is everything that I made this week, guys. And not counting the dragon, because the dragon is going to my son, but not counting the dragon, that was $225 worth of inventory that I made this week, which I think's great. I think that's a great amount. I've been hovering in like the 140 to 150 range for a while, and been disappointed at like not getting as much stuff done as I wanted. But anyway, so I was excited. I wasn't really though like focusing on money, how much can I make, and you know, all those things, but I was definitely like, I need to make multiples of things that are smaller, that can go on the table, because I'm making all these great big tests and stuff, and I need smaller things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I don't have much else this week. That's all I've made. I don't have any extra stuff to share this week. I've just been really busy at home, really busy with the kids, doing stuff on top of crocheting, really busy with my new job. And allergies are kicking my butt and making me extra tired, because I'm taking Benadryl at night just to sleep so I don't wake up sneezing my head off all night long. It's been fun, super fun. Makes me a little extra tired. But anyway, so hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what I made this week. Let me know what your favorite pattern was that I did this week. I surprisingly feel like I could sit down and make more love cats and not be bored. Like, I can see why Tara enjoyed the love cats so much, because I definitely, I mean, like, I've got the pattern memorized by now, and it's just like, and you do this and you do that and boom, and then you're done, and you got like a whole cat, and it's like been 20 minutes, and it's like just, it's a really good instant gratification, and they're just adorable, and they have been selling really well. So, I mean, you can't beat that. So excited about the extra inventory. I mean, making 10, 15 things this week that's going to go into the small bins under the table that are like $12, and then a couple of keychains was just, I'm proud of myself, guys. Pat myself on the back here. Okay, that's all I have for you guys this week. Thank you for sticking around. If you do like this kind of video, I don't say it very often, but obviously you guys know that you can like the video itself, and you can subscribe to the channel if you're not already, just so that you don't miss a video. I try to post every Sunday, and I've been pretty consistent about that since I started YouTube over a year ago. So if you do like this kind of content and you're new to my channel, you can go back. There's tons of stuff to watch because I post every single week. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Comment down below. I love to talk to you guys. I will see you guys again next week, and maybe in a live this week. I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a great week. Happy crocheting. See you. Bye.